Hey guys, it's Matty here, and wait.
You're live.
Oh, I am live. Well, that was a big mistake. So, hey guys, it's Matty here, and today I'm gonna be live with Frankie Buonanno, and so today we're gonna be doing some giveaways. We have a little mail call before everything. So, and I have a few finds I got today. So without further ado, let's get this started. First, I'm gonna do the mail call before I get the Frankie on here, cause yeah, this is a diamond with an estimated $8,000 on it. Please don't rob me. Nice. Look at that. That's a beauty.
Who gave you that?
Pierre gave me this. It's an uncut diamond.
8 carat.
8 carat. We haven't tested it yet, but this is very cool. And thank you a lot for this. Now for our giveaways. Tonight we're going to be giving away a hat, some patches, and our main event, well, our second to main event is going to be our giving away this beauty. It's I believe, it's some kind of dollar. Hopefully you guys can figure it out. Morgan dollar. That's what it is. Morgan dollar. So we got this. Super cool. And what you have to do is you have to share this video and put I shared it in the little comment section majiggy, and you'll be entered it into the get this. But there's a little twist. When we give it away, you have to put, when we say who won, you have to respond. That way we know you're still watching.
You have to be watching.
You have to be watching until this. And, okay. So, without further ado, I'm going to try and get Frankie on. Hey, can you go on there? Okay. So, I'm going to try and get Frankie on here. Oh. It's not working. Hey Frankie, can you come over here and help me? How's that for a live video, guys? He's sitting over there, standing at the couch like, the entire time.
What's going on, Matty?
Huzzah! So, got you on here.
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit of manual adjusting. So, hello Frankie, and welcome to Thinking with Matty live interview show thingamajig. Stop watering me. So, how you doing?
Doing alright, how about yourself?
Good, still choking on some water. I'm gonna get myself. So, I'm gonna do the basic interview. I'm gonna ask you some questions. Hopefully you'll have an answer. And without further ado, you ready?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay. So my first question I have for you is, have you been detecting lately?
Well, as you know, we got hit with a bunch of snow. We're still waiting for it all to melt, but prior to that, I got out a couple times. Got out with some of my fellow team members, DJ Yost and Ed Kropsky. I also got out with Drew Warhawk, and that day we all went out. It was frozen ground. We were chipping it away. I managed to pull a seated dime that day. Drew got part of a cat bus dime. Some really good finds that day. I ended up going out again later on. I ended up going out with it was Ed Kropsky again, and it was one of my friends from that I work with in the Air Force. and we had a really good day. I pulled a seated halftime. I pulled a flying eagle, a couple flat buttons. It was a good day. Let's see, I forget what everyone dug that day, but there was a couple coins that came out. There was a really nice cat bust dime that came out. My buddy pulled real deep using a PI machine, so a little bit of an advantage there, but that's about it as far as finds this year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I try.
You saying it like it's nothing much, and it's like everything that you could ever imagine at the same time. I got out earlier. I got out I got out before. Didn't get much either. Just got an Indian head penny and 2 large cents. That's all. Got 2 large cents for you that didn't see. And my second large cent. Large sentimental. And and then I have my Indian head penny. My Indian head penny. So that's really cool. And besides that, I just got a wheat penny.
I did get a small copper coin. It might be a French half sol. It could be some other European country. But it's so slick I can't get any detail, not even the silhouette of the bust. So I'll just throw that in the copper pile for the year.
Okay. So, okay. This question, this is a life or death situation here.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Do you like pizza?
I love pizza. I'm a Jersey native. I grew up on this.
I've never met somebody that does not like pizza. And if I ever do, I will never be friends with them and never talk to them. Okay. So.
A little aggressive.
Yeah, what's your favorite kind of pizza?
Oh, I'm a big fan of pepperoni pizza. It's my favorite.
I like plain pizza. No, I like helicopter pizza. Get it? Plain helicopter. Yeah. It's like the aftermath of a train. Okay. How long have you been detecting for?
Ooh, I've been detecting now about 3 years total.
3?
Yeah, it's been about 3 years. Yeah, I was detecting for about a year before Weis Electronics contacted me, and I just signed my 3rd year for my contract agreement for sponsorship. So this is going into my 3rd year with Weis, would make it going into my 4th year metal detecting.
Nice. I've been detecting about 7 years myself. And out of all 7 of those years, I have to say I've gotten better stuff than my dad a few times.
You're not making any friends on here, are you, Matty?
No. Like the one time I was detecting by the road, got a signal, and I was like, that's nothing. I said, but it's a good signal. I was like, fine. I dig it up. It's my whole real, that's all.
You definitely had a real before me. I just dug my first half real at the end of this past season.
Just had to add that in. Okay, so what got you into detecting?
Actually, it was my youngest brother, Gino. I went home on leave once, and he just started talking to me about metal detecting and how him and his buddy were out in the woods messing around with a metal detector. They found it was like wheat pennies at the time, and back then now that I have like a bucket full of wheat pennies, but I was like, oh, that's really cool. And him and his buddy showed me a bunch of stuff they found. They had Walking Liberty $50, things like that. And I just thought it was really, really cool. So I was like, I'm going to try to get into this. And he told me to watch his show Diggers. I watched that, and I was like, I'm definitely going to try this. So I started metal detecting shortly after that.
No, wait, Diggers. Was that the one that was like, you guys like detectorists? Or,
No, that would be the show Detectorists.
Oh.
That's on BBC. It's a British show.
Oh, wait, you're talking about the one with KG and Reed.
Yes, that one.
Oh, that's the one that got me into detecting. And does your brother Gino still go detecting?
Not much anymore. He was living up in the Poconos in Pennsylvania. He actually moved out west with my other brother Roman in Colorado. So he doesn't do as much detecting there. He was actually using his buddy's detector, and now he mostly does a lot of hunting and fishing and stuff like that out there.
Sometimes me and my dad go fishing. Don't find a lot either though. So remember, guys, if you want to get any of these prizes, you have to share this video and you have to put in the little chat thingamajiggy that I have no idea what it's called. You have to put in there, I shared it. But then you have to stay until the end, and when we give these away, if you win, you have to give us a response. And make sure to watch to the end to see if you're the lucky man or woman that wins. Because if I ever did this, I'd never win. So, you guys are lucky. You're not my luck. Okay, so, what was your first detector?
My first detector. Alright, so after watching that show, I was like, I need a detector now. So, at the time, my wife, Nicole, was working at Dick's Sporting Goods. So I went in there not knowing anything about detectors, and I went and grabbed the first one I could find, which was a bounty hunter. And I used that in my front yard, and I found a handful of coins, and you get what you pay for with metal detectors, as most people know. So, you know, I'm running around with this $120 metal detector in my front yard, and every blade of grass I smack with the coil, I get a false negative, and I'm digging holes all over my front yard. My wife's looking at me like I'm crazy. So from there, I went from that. I got a Garrett Ace 350. I ran with that for a little bit, and then after 350, I went on to the AT Pro. I ran with the AT Pro for a while, and this was very quick progression because generally, anytime I start a hobby, I go as deep as I can. Exactly. I never, sell myself short. So I got the AT Pro. I was running that for a while, and then DJ Yost contacted me, and he's like, "Hey man, you should really try a White's detector." And he's like, they're made in America, all this other stuff, much like Garrett. He's like, "But you should really give it a try." And I tried out the MX Sport, and that's like maybe a month later, I got a call from White's, and they're like, "Hey, how would you feel about being on the field team?" And it worked out.
That's good. My first detector, I believe, was a Coin Pro. It was a White's detector too. I remember I would be out detecting with my dad, and I'd find I'd find a lot of change, and then I'd look over and see my dad pulling everything that's even better. Because at the time I was just a beginner, and now I see myself pulling 2 large hits a day, and him not too much. So.
Oh man. Huh? He knows where you sleep, and he has like the power to ground you and take away your metal detector. I would tread lightly.
It's all in good fun. So, what machine do you use now?
Right now, I primarily use the White's V3i. That machine is just thebomb.com. I get good separation in tones, I get good depth, good indication what's in the ground. It gives me all the information I could possibly need to understand what target is below my coil and better analyze it before digging. So that way I'm not too heartbroken if it's a tin can. I'll kind of get the idea that maybe it is. But I just had White send me a TDI for this farm field that I'm currently working because there's a lot of topsoil in there, a lot of fill dirt. So I'm trying to hit below there. So using a PI machine will definitely help out with that.
Right now I'm using the Equinox. It's very good with recovery right now. Like my dad used it when I was on the beach, and me and Joe were talking. He found like 50 cents right there, just going around. It was like Sonic. Okay, so what is your best find so far?
Oh, best find. I love all my finds, but I think the best one, something that was like one for the books, would be my left-facing Liberty Cap half cent. That was a 1-year mint, about 30,000 minted, and I pulled that one out of a farm field. Its toast is barely identifiable, and but I got it.
Wow. That is awesome. My favorite target's my Real. You know why?
Why?
Because it proved my dad you could find stuff other than bottle caps by the side of the road.
Yeah, you gotta dig it all.
And what was your oldest find?
Ooh, all right, so my oldest dated find would be my 1752 Spanish half real. My oldest find would probably be my William and Mary halfpenny. It's got no date on it, but you could make out the bust on it. So I'd probably say that would be my oldest, ringing in the 1690s.
My oldest was 1774 2 real.
Yes, you got a 2 real.
Do you have any detecting bucket list items?
I have a lot on my bucket list still. I knocked out 3 this year with the half dime, the seated dime, and the flying eagle. Nice. Right now, gold coin, much like most detectors, is still up at the top of the bucket list. But I still want to find a silver dollar and a barber quarter. It's one of those things that like a lot of detectors find, but that one's eluded me.
Yeah. What surprises me that I've found a 2 real, but I've never found a KG in my lifespan. I've seen one, but never found one.
You'll find it. They're out there. You just gotta get those old farm fields. I got, I think, 2 or 3, but none with dates. They're pretty toasted. DJ Yost dug one in the field right next to me. They're out there. Just gotta keep digging.
Yeah, my dad. I'm not gonna say anything bad about my dad now.
Don't you think you said enough about him already?
Yeah, I was this close, but I was saying another story, but I'm not gonna say it. It was about a KG. But so, I have a. How do I say? Oh, I had a brain fart right there. Guys, if you have a question for Frankie, put it in the little comment section, a little bit jiggy thing right there. I don't know what it is.
Comment section.
Well, it's during the live feeds. What would it be called?
I have no idea.
So, tell us about the Easter egg hunt.
Alright, so I just got all my coins. I have 6 total coins this year. So I have 5 $25 tokens and 1 $100 token. So I'm going to start hiding these here shortly. I'm kind of running out of time as far as coming up with clues and such. But I'm going to be hiding them around the local area, mostly Burlington County area for the most part. I like coming up with elaborate clues. So the only way you can find my eggs is if you go through my Instagram account. That's where I'll be sharing all my clues this year. But there's 6 eggs. It's 1 per household this year. So just be wary of that. So if you find 1 egg, don't go try to find others and ruin everyone else's good time. Because we had several people go out and just dig up a bunch of tokens to try to amplify their chances of winning. So if you want to know more about my eggs, you have to go to my Instagram account. That's Warthog_MD on Instagram. So just look for those clues. There'll be picture clues with maybe some small riddles attached to them, and there'll be 6 total locations. Be sure to make you check the clues, because some of them might say kids hunt only, or no detector required, or detector required. So you'll have to pay attention to those subtle hints in there, so that way you're not going to dig someplace you're definitely not supposed to dig, that I hid an egg, or you're not going to dig up a kid that I intended, or dig up an egg that was intended for a child, so that they can maybe get their first detector.
Yeah, you don't want to dig up a Matty.
So I will be, I'm primarily going to be operating in Burlington County in New Jersey. So if you guys want to drive down this way, up this way, across, what have you, by all means, eggs are up for grabs forever. It's not limited to whoever lives here, it's whoever gets the egg first.
Now, say my dad happened to buy 4 houses, 1 for each one of my family members. Does that mean each one of us can get an egg now?
Well, technically, yeah. That's 1 per household. If your dad went out and bought 4 houses, by all means, go find 4 eggs. So the dates will start coming out March 15th, and they will continue to April 1st. So these eggs are going to go in a very short period of time, so you got to make sure you stay on top of those clues and stay on top of whatever Easter Bunny you're following. Make sure you stay on top of their individual accounts. They might be giving their clues out via Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, so just make sure you stay on top of that.
Okay, so that's really cool. Also, that's a really nice hat you're wearing, and you guys can get that too if you share this video and put that you shared it, and you can get one of these. You have to stay to the end, and you have to put in the chat thing. You have to say that I'm still here, whatever that is. So, are you going to be wearing Easter Bunny ears?
I plan on it, yes. That's actually part of the deal, is you have to wear bunny ears when giving out clues. Well, at least when I'm in the photo with the clue.
Can you just have can you just have someone behind you going like this?
I guess I could get away with it. It's technically bunny ears.
And something's been like, I've had this question for like the longest time. Your Warhawk shirts, you should get these. Where'd you get the Warthog? What does the Warthog stand for?
All right, so when I first jumped on with Whites, they wanted me to start my own brand, my own label, as far as my videos and everything. And Tom Boykin over there at Whites is like, hey, knowing your history, why don't we go with Warthog? And Warthog was actually the aircraft, my first aircraft that I started working on when I joined the military. I worked the A-10 Warthog in Tucson, Arizona. So kind of a hat tip towards my old airplane. We went with Warthog metal detecting.
Yeah, that's really cool. I remember you brought us to Fort Dix military base once, and you threw this at me and said, here, have this.
Yeah, I gave you a shirt and a hat that day.
Yeah, that was really cool. I got to see a whole bunch of shopping places in Fort Dix, which I've never seen. So,
went around to all those tanks and the airplanes. Got to see a lot of cool stuff on there.
Yeah, hold on a second. Hope I don't choke on that.
For everyone that's thanking me for my service, thank you. And I see Fort Huachuca, Arizona. Very nice.
Okay. So, anyways, for what is your weirdest find they've ever gotten?
Weirdest find. A handful of weird things. Weirdest probably being a phone, but not like a cell phone. I found an old corded phone. The ones we still use them in the military today, especially deployed. But just the old receiver speaker setup, and I found that in the middle of a field, which was kind of awkward and weird. It's definitely interesting, but definitely not what I was expecting to dig up. The speaker rang really, really nice. That was inside the mouthpiece. So.
Could you use it?
No, this thing was pretty beat.
I remember sometimes me and my dad would go out in the bay, and we'll find the clams, and I'll be like, "Hey Dad, can we bring somebody cook them and eat them?" He says, "No, they're poisonous." So, I think my weirdest find was I don't know, really. I don't think I found any weird finds. I don't know. And what if someone, really quickly to go on to that Warhawk question, what if somebody get a Warhawk shirt?
I haven't made any in a while. I actually go through someone that actually doesn't live far from you, Matty, and he does all my shirts, my hats, all that good stuff. So if I get a good response for shirts, I'll probably make another batch and then distribute them. I did a small batch just to get basically like a test bed to see if anyone would be interested. I actually got a really good response out of them. You're actually wearing one now. It's got the Warhawk logo on the front, White's logo on one sleeve, and the American flag on the other. And it was a solid design. I got a lot of good feedback. I'm just going to probably swap up the actual shirt company itself.
So guys, the contest is going to end soon. Make sure to share and to share this video and type in the comment section during the live feed, I shared. That way you can be entered for a chance to get a coin, a patch, and the best thing, a hat. Because you want to be like us, the cool kids.
All right, we got some questions here. So, what was the creepiest thing I've ever run into? I was detecting in the woods. Matty is pretty creepy. I never ran into him in the wild. It was normally an invite.
Guys, don't run into a wild Matty.
I was going through the woods and I actually came across just a mountain of animal carcasses. And it's actually where the state police dump all the animals. So there was all kinds of different little animal carcass in there. That was definitely pretty creepy. And then Bob Brown wants to know what would be my bucket list place to hunt. I'm really into World War stuff. I probably wouldn't mind going to like Germany or France to dig, but then I also want to get some ancient, so I'd probably go to England. With me traveling as much as I do now with the type of work I'm in, I'm definitely going to get opportunities like that to dig globally, so that'd be really cool.
That's really cool. When you were asked that creepy question, I remember one time I was out and I just found a hole. I got a signal, and while digging it, I just got like 10 deer teeth in it. They're all just there without like the jaw or anything.
That's definitely weird.
Yeah. And you know what else is weird? They were all connected with a necklace. It was like, no. It wasn't a necklace. It was just a bunch of deer teeth. I think they were mine. No. Okay. So, what was the funniest thing that's happened to you while you're detecting?
Funniest thing. Okay. So me and one of my buddies were out digging, and got this pretty solid spot going. And as many people know, when you're going out metal detecting all day, like I do, sometimes nature calls. So you got to make do with what you got. So I went into the foliage to go to the bathroom, and at that opportune moment, about halfway through my business, it was just number one. Don't worry about it. And that's when the local PD pulled up and asked me what I was doing out there. So that was awkward, but it turned out to be all right. The guy got a good laugh out of it. And then once again, this was I had permission, which is huge. So once I explained, why I was there, I was detecting, had permission, all that good stuff. Cop was super cool with it. Both got a good laugh out of it. He asked me about metal detecting, and I got to share some knowledge, which was pretty cool.
Okay, so guys, breaking news: the contest is closed. So past this point, if you share and comment that you shared, you're not getting entered. So sorry about that. So remember, this is for people that said that they shared and said that they did during the live stream. So
it wasn't Steve Pacifico that was with me.
Okay, so pick a number from 1 to 49.
To 49?
I don't know.
26.
26. 26? That's 26, not 26 old. Justin Graff.
Is there a Justin Graff in the house?
You have to put in the comments that you're here.
What does he win?
You win a patch, I think. No, you win the hat. So, congratulations, are you here?
Justin Graff, can you hear me?
World to Justin Graff. If you are here, put yes, I am the best. Please.
Something. Anything Justin Graff.
Just put in the chat. Going once.
There's a lot of congrats coming in. We might have to wait for a little. Really give it a second to go through.
Just a hat. No, he'll get a patch because he didn't buy it.
Okay.
Alright, so just a hat. You get a patch. Then you
Since you didn't respond, you get a patch.
Wait.
Oh, no, he's here.
Oh, it's here.
He is here, so he does get his hat.
Justin Graff, you get your hat.
Red hat. Next to his name.
Congratulations. You win a hat. You were this close to getting a patch.
I'll do the coin.
Okay. Now we're giving away the coin. Remember, if you win this, but you don't respond, you get a patch. And this goes away to someone else. Okay. So, pick a number from 1 to 49 that is not 26 though.
17.
17. What was it? Wrong way. Number 17, you said? Becky Mackey, you win the coin. Where did it go? Why you steal my stuff, man? This Becky Mackey's
I'm bigger
popping
than
in.
you, and I'll pick on you if I want.
Don't matter. Congratulations, Becky Mackey. You win the coin. Make sure to put in. You have to put in the little comment section.
Yep, she's here. I'm right here, buddy. Bam.
Nice. Congratulations, you get the coin. You're not getting a patch like
Well, like no one, because you
Like
haven't
no
given
one.
away yet.
like no one. Congratulations. Hold on a second. I have to put you in it. I have to put the stuff down, man. Give me a break.
Right. Pick 2 patches. Then. 2 more numbers.
Okay.
2 more numbers.
2 more numbers, not 17.
44.
And you tell them they're getting patches.
Huh? They're also getting patches?
Just patches.
Oh, these next ones are getting patches. So,
44.
4 and 4. Wait, no, that's 25, 48 over here. I can't flip this thing properly. Dang it. Okay. 44. Monty Do It. Monty Do It. You win a patch. Are you here? Are you here?
Waiting. Waiting.
Waiting. Falling. Falling. Gonna give it a little bit to see if he's on here.
He gets it either way.
Yeah, you get it either way. Because what's lower than a patch? Another patch?
He's just gonna win the patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
So
Go
you know,
to the next
no,
person.
wait. And another number. Wait.
Oh, he's there.
Okay. So pick another number.
39.
39? Thank you. 39. Deborah Moore Tilton. My aunt. You win a date with Matty Patch. Are you here though?
Do one more patch.
We'll do another patch.
Do one more.
One more?
One more.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go with 20.
20? Number 20. Jim Nelson.
Didn't he just win a hat last week?
Yeah, he won. Yeah, he did. Jim Nelson, you win a patch. Are you here though? It don't matter if you're not here or not because you're getting it anyways. So, yeah. Hopefully I don't choke on water. Like I did at the beginning of the live stream. So, congratulations. Make sure to send us your information and we'll be able to get this stuff to you. Because I would hate to have people not get their stuff. There's this beautiful merchandise. So when are we gonna go detecting?
Well, me and your dad tried actually setting up a date to go detecting this past week, but with everything that was going on with weather and everything stuff, it just didn't pan out. But hopefully here soon. I might have a mission soon, so I don't know if I'll be gone. But yeah, hopefully maybe this upcoming weekend, if not the weekend after.
Yeah.
I got plenty of acreage to work with, so we get you out there, get on some colonial.
Nice. And hopefully when we get out, we can find some of these. So
They're out there. I've pulled, I think, 3 or 4 of them out of that field, and half cents and some other stuff.
So that's really cool. So thank you for being on my show.
No problem, Matty.
Can't click you off because there's no little X button. So again, thanks, Pierre, for getting me the diamond. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you actually coming to our house
No problem.
to do this. None of you expected it. It was like magic. Patel! And then he was here. So, thank you guys for coming on and watching. I hope you enjoyed. And make sure to send us your information so we can get you guys your stuff. Because then if you already own one, like Tim Nelson, what you can do... Wait, Jim Nelson, you can put it on like this. You got your own special thing with Matty hat. Huzzah! So, without further ado, thanks for coming on. And if you like this, make sure to come on to watch our next one. I believe our Monday. And it'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, like always. And without further ado, do you know what I'm going to say?
No.
Oh, get out and have a big adventure.